For my first field study, I attended Mass at Corpus Christi Church. The Introit was in Latin Gregorian chant. The choir came from the front of the church, went down to the back, around the pews, and for the procession, went down the middle aisle back to the front of the church. For the procession, the organ was introduced and remained the primary instrument. Although I found it strange that after the choir came down, they retreated to a room off to the left-hand side to sing. The first reading spoke of forgiveness and how one will suffer if they do not forgive. The responsorial psalm speaks of the mercifulness of the Lord. I found it very interesting that Father Dan O'Reilly had everybody line up horizontally and made them wait to have their Eucharist until everyone else in the line received theirs as well. And I saw this as a way of bringing the congregation together in communion by sharing in the experience together. And it was something I've never seen before. Usually it's more of an individual experience and you receive it and just go back to your seat. Here I observed how connected the congregation at Corpus Christi is. Just about everyone sang and participated in singing. Overall, I felt that the music at Corpus Christi was exhilarating and beautiful along with the organ, and I couldn't help but to sing myself. Lastly, Father Dan read to the congregation a reading from Matthew about a man who was forgiven of his debts, but when someone owed him money, he would not forgive them for it. And so Father Dan O'Reilly spoke to us about the Greek word for forgive, which is luo, which means to loosen or to untie. And his whole lesson for the Mass was that we have to untie the knots in our hearts and forgive those and love others and forgive everybody, and to practice mercy, kindness, anywhere at any time, just as Jesus had mercy on everyone else. All the hymns and songs and readings chosen for the Mass all tied in together very well to emphasize the meaning of forgiveness. Although I felt that the architecture in Corpus Christi was underwhelming in comparison to other churches that I've seen, it was a beautiful time, and I enjoyed how strict they kept the tradition of Catholicism.